Can you get a bad tenant out without going through eviction? Absolutely. In this video, I'll give you 3 proven legal ways to get your tenant out fast, fairly, and without the courtroom drama. And I emphasize legal. No, you don't have to hire Brutus to move out your tenant. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe if you find value in this video. First things first, talk to your tenant. I know it might be the last thing you want to do, but hear me out. Sometimes tenants fall behind because life happens. Job loss, medical bills, emergencies. If they're decent people going through a rough patch, a simple conversation can go a long way. Offer to set up a payment plan. Break it into small chunks that are manageable for them. Put it in writing and give them a fair chance to make it right. It might sound overly generous, but it can save you thousands in legal fees and months of stress. So what are my options to getting a tenant out of the property? Option number 1, let's talk about a proven method. This is one of my favorites, cash for keys. You basically offer the tenant money to leave the property voluntarily. Me, pay my tenant money to move out? They already owe me a lot of money. This isn't fair. But evicting a tenant is typically a costly and drawn out process for landlords. The total expense can vary significantly, often falling between $3,500 and $8,000 or more when you account for legal fees, lost rent during the process, and necessary repairs or turnover costs to get the property ready for a new tenant. Offering $500 or even $1,000 to leave peacefully, that could be much cheaper, faster, and a cleaner way. Heck, I paid $5,000 for tenants to leave, and that's still way cheaper than evicting and having a tenant tear up your property on their way out. Plus, you're not dragging things out in court. Here's a pro tip. Always get your cash for keys agreement in writing so they can't demand more money from you later. And never give a tenant money until they're completely out. I like to meet the tenant on the front lawn, walk the property, make sure they didn't leave any personal possessions in the house, make sure they have everything out. I don't even let them put a bunch of stuff out on the curb, because the city might charge me a lot of money to remove it. And make sure to have a locksmith at the property to change the locks the moment you hand the tenant the check. Option number 2, offer to relocate them. If cash isn't enough, consider helping them find a new place. Yep, we've seen this work too. Some tenants just need a little help getting back on their feet. You can offer to help cover their security deposit, pay for a moving truck, write a glowing reference if they've kept the property in decent shape. Remember, the goal is to get your property back without legal drama. Option number 3, lease termination agreement. This one's more formal. A lease termination agreement is a mutual decision where both you and the tenant agree to end the lease early. The document lays out the exact move-out date, what condition the property should be in, and any money exchanged, like forgiving back rent or paying for keys. It protects you and it gives the tenant clarity. If things are still amicable, this is one of the cleanest routes. Here's a pro tip, avoid self-help evictions. Now, let me be really clear. Don't ever take matters into your own hands. I'm talking about changing the locks, turning off utilities, removing their belongings. I know it may be tempting. These are called self-help evictions, and they're illegal in almost every state. You could end up being sued by your tenant, even if they're the ones who broke the lease. So no matter how frustrating things get, always stay on the right side of the law. Here's why avoiding evictions when possible is often the smartest route. Speed. Evictions can take months, especially in tenant-friendly states. Cost, legal fees, missed rent, and repairs can add up fast. Stress, court dates, paperwork, and emotional strain. Alternatives like cash for keys or lease termination can get you results faster and cheaper, plus they protect your reputation as a landlord. When all else fails, yes, you may need to evict. Now let's be real. These strategies don't always work. If your tenant is hostile, completely unresponsive, or causing damage, you might have no choice but to start the legal process. But before you go there, make sure you A, document every communication, B, send proper notices, and C, follow your state laws to the letter. Talk to a local real estate attorney before making any moves. It's worth it. Here's the part most landlords don't know. If your property is too stressful to manage, you can sell it as is. A good cash buyer buys homes with problem tenants, code violations, and even structural issues. You don't need to evict anyone. You don't need to fix a thing. Here's some final thoughts. If you're dealing with a bad tenant right now, remember, you've got options. Try communicating. Offer cash for keys. Consider a lease termination. Or sell your home as is. There are legal, ethical ways to move forward without months of court battles. Check out the links in the description for helpful blogs and resources. And if you found this video helpful, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe so you can get more valuable real estate advice. I'm Nick Ron with House Buyers of America, and I'll see you in the next one.